Just finding your way into a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting in hero pose. I'm sitting on a block and it kind of looks like this. I've got padding under my knees. This may or may not call to you, but it's an option. You can always bring your block up to the second level. You could sit on the end of your bolster. You could also just come and sit cross-legged in cobbler. Again, it's just going where your body is saying, yeah, that sounds nice. So you might choose to sit on your bolster. Instead, maybe soles of the feet come together, knees apart, or Sukhasana, cross-legged. So we're going to be exploring the mystery of life this morning in our bodies. And this theme of just mystery. And I'm going to share a poem from a dear friend who just transitioned into becoming an ancestor a week ago, Lynn Dalebout. I'm going to read from her book of poems. So I just invite you to just start to just drop into the awareness of your breath in your beautiful, mysterious form of a body this morning. The oldest thing we know. The oldest thing we know is mystery. The oldest thing spirit was is mystery. Now we have beauty as mystery settles into form. But the oldest thing we know is mystery. Let's begin to bring a little bit of aliveness through our spine as we gently lift it away from the pelvis. Let it dance toward the sky through the top of our head, lengthening, brightening on all sides. And then relaxing your shoulders back and down and inviting the mystery of your breath to fill up your belly. Rise up through your heart, throat to the top of your head, and exhaling slowly out your mouth like you're fogging a window. This mystery of breath that animates us and opens us and cleanses us, recharges us from the inside out. We can bring it into those nooks and crannies that maybe feel achy, tired, sad, angry, grateful, delighted. And just letting the breath fill it up as the most beautiful flower. And then empty out and let go. Feel your body soften any amount more. We're going to add a count now to our breath by simply adding a count of 4 to our inhale. Pausing at the top of our breath and emptying out the mouth slowly toward the count of 8. pausing in the mystery at the bottom of your breath. And let that whole cycle begin again, inhaling to the count of 4. Exhaling slowly out your mouth, emptying out any stress, tension, and continuing at your own pace. One more cycle of this breath. And then return to your natural belly breath. And then let the hands just gently shake out. Let's bring our hands onto our bodies. So we're just going to begin to find our fingers coming to the top center of our sternum bone. And we're going to begin to gently tap here on the thymus gland. Breathing deeply always into the belly through the nose. And continuing that exhale out the mouth. More of a discharge breath. Just letting go of the energy that wants to be transformed. One more breath here. Good. Let's come out on either side of the sternum, right under the center knobs of the collarbones. Tapping here, right on our kidney endpoints. Helping us to move forward. And then tapping all around the fronts of our lungs, our heart. Tapping out under the breasts on the front low ribs. Tapping out to the side seams of your low ribs. Getting our energy flowing again in coherence, flowing forward. One more breath here. Good. Let's come up to our cheekbones. We're right under the pupils. It's a light tapping here. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. One more time. Grounding, calming our energy. Shake out the hands, relax the hands on your legs, pause to feel. We're going to take our hands and just march them on our thighs a few times here. And then we're going to pause, brush off the hands, shake them out. We're going to twist the belly to the left, tap our right hand to left leg, and then open and twist to the right, left hand to right leg. So you can just begin to move and breathe as you cross over your energy, helping to connect left, right hemispheres of your brain to your body, so we're connected. There's a flow. Deep breath in. Exhale again. Good. And then pause, shake it out. We're going to turn our palms forward. And as we inhale, we're going to gather up all the universal energy, the chi that's all around us. We're going to exhale and bring it down the center of the body and bring it into our body and into the earth. Inhaling all this fresh energy, the beauty around us. And exhale, bringing it into your body. Again. Maybe there's a favorite flower, a tree, a bird, a body of water, something that's really just so resonating with you right now. You're so drawn to it. Bring that in to your body, the experience of it, its qualities of energy. How does it make you feel? One more time, bringing that in. Let it fill up every cell, every tissue, every organ, every part of you. And then we're going to let our hands rest right in front of our hips. They're stacked on each other. And now we're going to draw the nurturing energy of the earth up our spine as we inhale, bringing it through all the energy centers. We'll flip the palms, press up toward the sky, lengthen, exhale into our energy field. Go at your own pace. Inhale up, flip the palms, reach, and exhale. One more time. We're going to come right back in front of our hips. Again, we're going to pause, and I'm going to invite you to bring this mantra into your mind. The mantra is, I trust in the mystery of life. Inhaling up again the front spine, I trust in the mystery of life. Just anchoring that energy, that mantra, into your field. A few more times with your breath, adding any other words, shifting it in a way that resonates for you. And then we're going to let our hands lower down and take one finger to rest right into our belly button. One finger from the other hand to rest right at our first eye, right in between the eyebrows. And we're going to gently press in to these 2 points, pull up, and enjoy 3 more breaths as we awaken our core energy and draw all of our personal energy back to our body, our center. If it's felt a little pulled up and out, and we'll release our hands and we'll shake them out. And we're going to bring our fingers now right to the center of our forehead for our crown pull. So we're simply going to press in, pull the fingers out to the temples. Come up to the next section on your head. From the center, press in, pull down the sides of your head. Breathe. Continuing on to the next section, press in, pulling down. Pressing in and pulling down. Eventually you'll come to the back of your head, press in, pull to the sides of your head, and then just pause and massage right on the occipital ridge. In the bone here, you can kind of go above it, on it, around it. We're just going to breathe. Clear congestion that can settle here in the tissues of our cranium. And then you can just shake it out. And then we'll continue down from the center of the neck. We'll press in, pulling to the sides, be gentle. Continuing down your cervical spine until eventually you'll reach down your upper back on either side of your thoracic spine, and we'll press in and massage here. Deep breath in, exhaling out. Again. Good, and then we'll just slide the hands forward over the shoulders to the chest. We're going to come right in between the ribs and we're going to pull apart. And if you find a sore spot, go ahead and pause and massage. Deep breaths. So now we're working with our spine, the spinal flush. And we're going to keep going down now inside of the breast tissue and massage. So we're going to pause here and clear our kidney channels here. We can hold sadness here, fear, kind of overprotection of our heart. I just want to honor that, let it be balanced into the energy of love, acceptance, forgiveness. And if you need to shake out the hands at any time, feel free to. And we're just going to keep going down the front sternum here until we get all the way down to the bottom ribs, and then we'll shake it out. Now I'm going to turn again to show you the back. We're going to be taking our hands behind our back, reaching up as far as we can with thumbs or fingers. And we're going to find our spine. We're going to go an inch out from both directions of our spine and begin to massage, either in circles or up and down, doesn't matter. We're just going to clear here through the ligaments and tendons of the spine, through the bladder meridian. And we're just going to keep heading south, spending a few moments along the way. Deep breaths. Continuing south. All the way down. Eventually you'll find the top of your sacrum. We're going to go inside the sacrum and go right around the tailbone, the low spine. The bladder meridian continues through here. We'll take a deep breath in, exhaling out, and then we'll brush down our back, our buttocks 3 times. Shake it out, and then just pause to notice, to process. You might feel heat, you might feel kind of a rush of energy, a lightning of energy. You could feel nauseated, you could feel like, whoa, that was a big cleanse. So just noticing, deepen your breaths. One of the quickest ways we can reset our energy is through our spine. So that crown pull, spinal flush, a great practice for that. Okay, so let's undo our legs if they've been kind of bent in flexion. We're just gonna let them come out in front of us and just give our legs a little shaken out here. And then you can sit on a little bit of padding if you'd like under your sitting bones, like a blanket. So we're going to bring our legs out in front of us, knees bent, feet wide, and our hands are going to come behind us on the earth to support the lift of our spine, our chest. So we're going to come into windshield wipers. We're going to open our toes, the soles of our feet, root down through our heels. And then let the knees release to one side. We can let our breath guide us, inhaling the knees up, exhaling the knees over to the other side. We can take a breath on each side. So just beginning to bring some lubrication into our hip joints. You'll notice you'll start to travel a little bit. That's okay. So beginning to feel. So we talk a lot about external and internal rotation in our hips. So if our knees are over to the right, let's all meet there. Our left thigh is an internal rotation. It's spinning in. Our right thigh bone is an external rotation in the hip socket. It's going out. So you can flow to the other side and notice then they change roles. And our hips love to move internally and externally. So as your knees go to one side again, you can pause and just give your hips and legs a little shimmy, just to bring a little bit of rocking release into our pelvic floor, our sacrum, our hips. A lot of mystery in these hips. They hold a lot, physically, congestion, but also emotionally. So let's give them a little shake, a little release, so we can be more free in our hips. Good. And then let the knees come up. And then we're going to let our knees fall to the right. And we're going to take our left hand and arm and just reach it up toward the sky and eventually let it land. It could land on a block or the mat as we come into a little bit of a twist into the belly. And then we'll let that left arm reach up. It's going to windmill up and over. It's going to bring our knees with it. Left hand finds the earth. The knees release to the left. The right arm windmills up, over, lands on a block or the floor, second side. And then we'll let our right arm windmill back up. We will bring our knees with it. Good. And then we'll just stretch the legs out again. We'll shake them out. Okay, so we're going to bring our right leg in front. We can bring a block under our right knee if we need that support. This left leg is straightening out, or if it's available, we can bend the left knee. So this is what's called starfish pose. What we're bringing our awareness down to right now is the water bowl, the base of our water bowl of our pelvis, our two sitting bones. And just notice, maybe that left sitting bone is kind of lifting away from the mat. Maybe it's relaxed. Maybe the right one feels rooted. Maybe it's kind of lifting. So you're just noticing. We're going to do a release for our sacrum, our spine, and our neck. And so what we're going to do is we're going to first do a pre-check. We're going to see how we're doing with our range of motion. So we're going to take our right hand out on the floor or a block just so that we're supported. The left hand comes over to our outer right thigh. We're going to inhale, lengthen our spine, exhale, twist in our belly, and slowly turn chest, head, Gaze over your right shoulder and notice where your eyes land on an object in the room. And then once you've got that point, then we'll come back. So that's our pre-check. So now what we're going to be activating is we're going to activate our left buttocks. We're going to press our left hip forward, and we're going to slowly again turn our belly, our spine, but this time our head stays over our chest. We're not going to turn our head. And as we exhale again, we're going to relax that left buttocks, come back, relax that left sitting bone toward the earth. And then again, we're going to squeeze the buttocks, press the left hip forward, turn your belly, chest, breathe. And as you exhale again, relax the left buttocks toward the earth. Good. Again, pressing the left hip bone forward, squeeze the glutes 50%, turn your spine. Exhale, relax. Go into that left buttock, kind of in the piriformis, gluteus maximus medius. Let's relax it back. One more time. Tone, press the hip forward, turn your spine. And exhale, release, release, pause. Now we're going to bring that left hip forward again. The spine is turning to the right as it has been. Now we're just going to turn our head back toward our left shoulder. And as we exhale, we relax and we release back to neutral. Left hip presses forward, head turns and gazes over your left shoulder. On your next exhale, relax back to neutral. We'll do that a couple more times. Hip presses forward, spine turns, head turns toward left shoulder. And exhale. Release. One more time. Pressing forward, we turn the spine, gaze over our left shoulder. Exhale, relax, relax, come back to center, pause. Is that left sitting bone and right sitting bone rooting heavier, a little bit more into your mat? And now we'll do our post check. The right hand comes back out, left hand on the right thigh. We'll turn our belly, our spine, and now the head and gaze turn. Did it go further this time? For me, it was a couple feet, I think. So hopefully you've got some increase. And then we'll come out, stretch the legs out, shake it out. Second side. Bending this left knee, we can bring a block under the knee. Right leg comes out at a diagonal, or bending the right knee, starfish. Either way, we're looking to feel and notice differences and similarities in our sitting bones. My right one is way lifted right now. What's yours like? We'll do our pre-check now on this side. Left hand comes out on the floor, right hand on left thigh. We'll bring the belly and the spine over to the left. We'll turn our head, fix our eyes where it lands. Remember that place. And then come back to center. So we've got two sides. They're mysterious. They're not usually the same. Okay, so let's take our right hand on our left thigh. We'll inhale, lift our spine. We're now activating right buttocks, pressing right hip bone forward as we rotate our spine. This time our head stays aligned over our heart, And our exhale releases everything back down. Go at your own pace. We're reprogramming the tissues down in our pelvis, our buttocks, our pelvic floor, our sacrum. These places that we can't often see, but we feel, right? We have to do a lot of feeling in our hips, especially in the back of our hips. We don't have eyes in the back of our head. So we've got to sense, we've got to drop our awareness down and feel. So when you come back again, pause, relax. Is that right sitting bone relaxing any amount more? And then we'll go again, right hip forward, turn your spine. This time the head gazes over your right shoulder. Breathe. And exhale, relax, relax. Again. Head turns away from your chest. On your next exhale, relax, relax. 2 more times. And relax. Again, turn your spine, gaze over your right shoulder, right hip pressing forward, breathe. Exhale, melt back to center, pause, breathe. Now we'll do our post check. We'll turn our spine to the left. We'll let our head continue turning. See if our range of motion increased in our neck. And then slowly come back. Now uncross our legs. We'll shake them out. And we're going to come off our seat here and we're going to grab our blocks. And we're going to set our blocks up into supported fish pose. So we're going to take our first block toward the back end of our mat. It's at a tall level for our head. The second block is at the lowest level. It's horizontal and it's a few inches in front for your shoulder blades. So we'll go down together. We'll just come and sit a foot or so in front of that first block. Knees are bent, feet on the earth. Lowering down to your elbows is kind of a nice way to find that first block and place it right under the shelf of your shoulder blade. So the bottom rim of the scapula meets the bottom edge of your block. You'll take a hold of your head because you love your neck. And you'll support the head's descent to your head block. So you might need to squirm and wiggle and, adjust and find your way. Just take your time. Once you kind of feel like you've landed on the blocks, you can gently tuck each shoulder blade underneath you. The legs can stay bent for added lower back support. You could also choose to straighten each leg on the earth. And then the arms are going to externally rotate. They're going to spin out and back with the backs of your hands on the earth. Maybe you're feeling like your arms want to be tucked in toward the body. Maybe your arms would like to spread out like wings away from your body. And then once you've found your place to land in, relax your tissues over your props. Begin to drop awareness way down into your pelvic floor, your P muscles, your bicycle seat muscles that get sore. We're going to inhale from there and fill up the whole bowl of our pelvis. We're going to let the breath move up through our body. And then we'll exhale, relax our belly, relax our pelvic floor. So when we inhale, the pelvic floor moves away, it moves out, it receives expansion through the breath. And as we exhale, we want it to relax back in toward our body. Now we're going to add our navel moving in toward our spine. So we're bringing in some contraction there in our core. But we're going to continue focusing this supported breath into the pelvic floor. So we're inhaling, and we'll exhale, relax the pelvic floor, all while the navel is a little bit contracted in toward the spine. If you're noticing you're tensing a lot through your neck, relax there as best as you can. And if it feels like too much to add the navel to spine, relax there and just focus just on the pelvic floor. Breathing into it, feeling it move out and away. And as you exhale, feel it relax back in. And then you can release the technique, the focus, and just come back to your natural belly breath. You have the option here to follow me, feet on the earth, and then soles of the feet come together, knees blossom open. Here we are in our Baddha Konasana cobbler. We can bring a little bit of soles of the feet connection, pressing in to feel a little bit more of outer leg to outer hip support, and also support through this inner adductor lengthening, the inner thighs, how they're opening through the inner knees. You can always bring a prop under a knee or both knees if you need that support. We're here for another few breaths. You can focus your breath again down in the pelvic floor area, bringing fresh energy, blood flow, circulation through the tissues of our pelvic floor. Very important for our bladder health, our bowel health, having less pain and constriction in our hips. And we'll slowly bring our hands to our outer thighs and help our knees come back up, feet on the earth. So that was external rotation. Now internal rotation, we're going to walk our feet to the wide edges of our mat. Let our knees fall together or toward each other in teepee, where now we're moving into internal rotation of our hips. Kind of counterbalance the opening through the adductors. So we'll relax now through our inner thighs, relax through our lower back. And then we'll slowly release the knees out, back over our ankles, and we'll walk our feet back in hip distance apart. To transition from this form, we're going to take a hold of the edges of our yoga mat. We're going to be leading with our chest, and we're going to come onto our elbows, lift our heart, and come all the way up. All the way up. You can cross your legs, stretch them out, let the heart lead the way, let it lead the way, come all the way up. Relax here, breathe. Noticing if the shoulders have softened back home. Coming right into our sitting bones here. So we're going to stretch the legs out again. We're going to take a hold of our left thigh. We're going to internally rotate it. So we're spinning the flesh in. We'll slide our left hand back, move our buttocks flesh out of the way, come right onto that left sitting bone. We're doing the same thing on the right thigh. We're spinning it in. Right hand slides back to the right buttocks. We move the flesh out of the way, come onto the bones. Good. Now we're going to take, if we have a bolster or we've got pillows, we're going to bring it onto our legs. And we might even reach behind us and grab our block, so we'll bring it on top. So we're just going to come into a little bit of a forward bend here. Your body will tell you how deep your expression will be. But we're going to bring the bolster or pillow right into the belly here. And we're hinging from our hips. So we're not just rounding the spine, but if you bring your hands to your hip bones, we're moving from there. There's a hinge. And then we'll let our hands land, and we can let our head rest on our block. We can bring our block to the next level. If that's too much in the head or neck, we keep our spine upright and our heart leading the way toward our feet. So you could be upright here and breathing into your belly. You could also let your head rest. As you continue to breathe, bring a little bit more of your heels rooting down, isometrically dragging back toward your sitting bones. That might put a micro bend in your legs, just so that there's support through the trunks of your legs, like the trunk of a tree roots to the earth through your heels. As you continue to take a few more breaths here, bringing this belly massage, digestion massage, and just a grounding, calming energy through our nervous system. And when you're ready, inhale, slowly rise all the way back up to neutral spine above your hips. And you can set your props off to the side. And what you'll need nearby you is pretty much everything. We're going to make our way onto our back. So you can bring your blanket to one end for your head. And then we'll make our way down onto our backs. And we'll let our legs just stretch out, laying like we're going into Shavasana, but we're not quite there yet. We're just going to bring ourselves into just a noticing of our back body. So noticing if our legs are feeling relaxed into the mat. Is our lower back relaxed, or is it feeling really lifted? Moving up into our shoulder blades, our neck. We're just noticing the quality. Is there softening, lengthening, or is it feeling tense? And then we're going to let our hips begin to rock. Our legs become like windshield wipers. And we're just going to let ourselves rock here side to side, breathing. And then we'll pause. And we're going to draw our left knee into our chest and place our hands around our left knee or back of the thigh here. And we're going to draw our left knee out and up toward our left armpit. And we're going to pulse. Inhale the knee away. Exhale, guide it in. Then we'll guide it in toward our left armpit. If our right leg needs to be bent, it can. By the way, your foot can be on the earth. Otherwise, the leg is stretched out. We'll take 3 breaths here in Apanasana. And then we're going to let our left knee just rest toward our chest. Our arms are going to come back on the earth. And we're going to do a practice called the bicycle on this left side. And so as the left knee draws toward the chest, we're then going to press our left foot up toward the sky as our left knee arrives above our left hip. Our foot is flexed as if we were stepping on our bicycle pedal. And now we're going to slowly lower our leg. Halfway down, we're going to point our foot. So we're pressing out through the ball of the foot. We're continuing to lower our leg, and now our toes point. And we continue to lower the leg now all the way to the earth. And we'll relax our left leg. Then we're going to slide our left foot up to our right inner thigh. Here's half cobbler or tree pose, pressing the left foot into right thigh. Breathe here as we stimulate the spleen, kidney, liver meridians that run inside that right inner thigh. Good. Now the left knee comes up. The left foot comes to the earth. Slide your left foot out to the wide edge of the mat and roll your left knee in. Here's internal rotation. The left knee's releasing toward your right leg. You're rolling on that big toe side of your foot. Take a breath. And then the knee comes back up, foot on the earth. And we start again our bicycle pedaling. The left knee moves toward the chest to begin. We'll flex our foot as if we were going to step on the sky. The knee comes over our left hip. This is flexion of our foot and ankle. Then we'll lower halfway. We're fointing, F-O-I-N-T. We're pressing out through the ball of the foot. And then we'll point, P-O-I-N-T, the foot, and then relax the leg to the earth. We'll slide our pinky toe side of the left foot, comes up, and we'll find the right inner thigh pressing in. Take a breath. Here we are in external rotation of our left hip. The left knee comes up, the left foot slides out, karate chop, roll on that left big toe side, drop the thigh toward the right leg, internal rotation, take a breath. And then we'll bring our knee back up. One more time, left knee toward chest. We'll start our bicycle pedal here. We'll press the foot up, knee above left hip. We'll slowly lower the leg, pointing, then pointing. We'll relax our leg to the earth. Slide your left foot up to the right inner thigh. Press in. Take a breath. Slide the left foot out, roll on the big toe side, drop the thigh toward your right leg. From here, we're just going to drag our big toe side of our foot back down the mat and then relax our leg completely. And notice if it grew an inch or two. Rock the hips, shake them side to side. Good, pause. Second side, right knee first comes toward the chest, hands wrap around the knee, and we'll draw the knee out and up toward our right armpit. Pulsing here with our breath, inhale the knee away. Exhale, guide it in. Bring it in and hold for 3 breaths. And then we'll let the right knee come up. We'll release our hands, have it start here toward the chest. We'll bicycle our right leg up toward the sky, flex the foot, slowly lower halfway, point, pressing out through ball of foot, then point your toes all the way down, relax your leg on the mat. Bending your right knee, we slide the foot up. It finds the left inner thigh, press in, opening into this tree pose, external rotation of your right hip. The right knee comes up, the foot comes to the earth, it slides out as you roll on the big toe side of your right foot. The knee descends toward your left leg. Internal rotation. Then the right leg comes back up and the knee starts back toward the chest. Here it is in flexion of your right hip. We begin again our bicycle pedal. We press up toward the sky, flexing the foot. Slowly lowering, we point, we bring our hip and our leg to the earth and relax it completely. Bending your right knee, slide your right foot to the left inner thigh, press in, breathe. Draw the right knee up, slide the right foot out, roll on the big toe side of your foot. Dropping that right knee toward the left leg. And then as the right knee comes up, relax the right buttocks. Relax, relax, relax. Good. Again, right knee comes toward the chest. We press our foot toward the sky into flexion. Lower halfway, pointing. Relax your leg into the earth. Sliding your right foot to the left inner thigh. We open into cobbler. The knee floats up, the foot moves out, roll onto the big toe side, knee releases. And then we'll slide the big toe side of the foot all the way down the mat, relaxing our leg back in neutral. Notice if you're even now in both feet and legs. Relax. We'll bend one knee at a time. And we're going to place our feet hip socket distance apart. And we're going to take our arms out from our shoulders like wings. We're going to come into our back. And we're going to do simply cat-cow, where we're going to come into our cow pose. So we're going to arch our spine, contracting the tissues of the vertebrae, hands pressed down, and then we'll exhale and melt the tissues and our spine back toward the earth. Now we're going to flatten our low back. We're going to press it into the mat, feel our front low belly tone. And then as we exhale, relax, come back to neutral. So we're going to do that a few times. We're going to inhale, arch our spine, hands, shoulder blades, head pressed down. Bring a big arc into your low spine. And then exhale when you're ready, melt, relax. Inhale, low back flattens into the earth, the pelvis tucks under. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, melt. Inhale, flatten. Exhale, melt, melt. Okay. Now this time we'll add our arms. So we're going to arch our spine again, put the curve in the low spine. The arms are going to spin, external rotation from the head of your arm bones. The palms turn back. The chin is dipped toward your chest. Breathe. On your next exhale, melt your arms back to neutral. Relax your spine. Inhale, flatten your low back. Internally spin your arms. They're spinning forward. The chin lifts away from your chest. And on your next exhale, relax it all back to neutral. Inhale, arch your spine, rotate your arms back, chin relaxes toward the chest. Exhale, melt your spine, your arms, your hands to neutral. Take a breath just in neutral here. Then we'll flatten the low back, press it into the mat, spin our arm bones in, chin moves away from your chest. Breathe. Exhale, melt. 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 Okay, we're going to roll onto our left side. Our left arm is out in front of us. Our palm is open. Our knees are stacked in a 90-degree angle from our hips to our feet. Our right arm and hand is going to pancake the left hand. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale and open your right arm up toward the sky, bringing the chest with it, and exhale the right arm behind you. Let it land near or on the floor. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly close and bring your arms back, your hands connecting. So this is the movement at your own pace. Inhale, opening your chest. Let it move toward the sun, and then relax your right arm toward the earth. And then closing when you're ready. Slowly opening through your chest, your shoulder, and then closing. So when you're ready to stay open, you can come into this reclined twist. Let your right shoulder blade release. Option to bring your right ear to your blanket, gazing at your right hand. And then when you're ready, we'll close. We'll come back onto our side. We'll pause. And then rolling onto your back and transitioning yourself onto your right side. Right arm's out in front of you. The legs are at a 90-degree angle, knees are stacked. palms connecting. On your next inhale, the left arm opens, it takes your chest with it, releases on or near the floor. And then closes when you're ready. So going at your own pace. As you're ready to open and stay here in the twist in your belly and this opening through your chest, allow any more release through the left shoulder blade toward the earth. Maybe your head would like to turn toward your left hand. And when you're ready, let your hands beat again on your side. And then we'll transition onto our back for Shavasana. If you need to bring your bolster or pillow or blanket under your knees for lower back support, you can bring that in. Let yourself find just a relaxing nest of rest for a few minutes to digest and integrate your own practice. deeper, deeper into the heart of love, deeper, deeper into the heart of love, letting go into the mystery, letting go into the mystery, letting go into the mystery, then rising in love, rising in love. Begin to slowly bring movement back into your body. Maybe your arms would like to reach overhead as you point your toes and take a yummy full body stretch. And eventually finding your way to your side into fetal posture. Let your belly, let your heart let go toward the earth. Slowly make your way back into a comfortable seated posture. I invite you to rest your hands over your heart, connecting into this mystery of your heartbeat, the mystery of your breath, the beauty of you in form. The oldest thing we know is mystery. Namaste.